about the tradition that you've got to move in with your in-laws?
That's a.
Would you do that?
No.
I think that was more in the past than it is nowadays, because especially how you know people who literally like get with their partner without even meeting them. So I think that was more
difficult then.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's say you met a girl, an Albanian girl, and she was like, switch the tables around. She said, you've got to move in with my parents. How would you feel about that?
I don't agree with that.
I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Nah, it's just too
mad.
I think it's too like pushy. What, you meet a girl, you get with them, like you need to have your space, like especially at the start. Keep it simple. You know, you live at your own house, they live at their own house. You know, you go.
It's when you're married though.
Yeah. This is marriage. So traditionally, the girl goes live with the boy's family. Yeah. But if we switched it around and she was like, no, I want you to live with my family. So put yourself in our position. Yeah.
No, with a dad there, nah.
Okay, so how would you feel then a girl coming living with you and your parents?
I think the girl thing's a bit different.
I'd avoid both.
Yeah.
I'd want to get my own place.
Exactly.
Like, with the girl rather than just like staying with.
But there's people out there to this day that'd be like, no, when I get married, I want to live with her, with my parents.
Oh god, yeah. There's people that are like married and have been for 5-10 years, and they still live in the house with the family. But
would you do it?
Yeah.
You would do it?
Yeah.
You want to live with someone else's
joking.
parents? My god.
I don't think it's something you have to do. I don't think.
Nah.
Would you not feel weird?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel awkward.
Yeah.
A little bit pressured.
You've met someone, you've been together for a long time, but you're talking about marriage now, so you're obviously really in love with this person, and they say you need to move in, or the boy says, or the girl says, or no, you have that mentality that you have to, otherwise it's over.
I wouldn't be with that person.
So let's say she says to you, I want to move with your parents, otherwise we're breaking up.
And what if
breaking up?
You've been with them for a long time?
Are you joking? So you're in love with this person and you're
moving in with her dad.
The thing is though.
No, she's moving in with your family.
But why? Like,
because she wants to follow tradition.
But the thing is though, any no matter what it is, right? If someone says to you, we have to do this, otherwise this is gonna happen. That's like forceful.
But this is the only thing that they've ever forced upon you.
No, I think you should have that conversation pretty early on.
Well, if you don't.
But still, you say it's the first thing, but despite it being the first thing, it's still a character trait. It shows what kind of person they are.
But that's not good enough for you to be like, do you know what, bye.
Let's say you've been with them for 5 years.
But it shows.
The conversation should be having early on.
Okay, but let's say you kind of skip by that conversation a lot of the time. You just got like brushed under. And now she's serious. She's like, oh, by the way, I think we should have a little chat. I want to move in with your parents. And you're like, no. And she's like, this is happening, otherwise this marriage isn't going forth.
That's up to her then.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's difficult to say because it all depends, you know, how she puts it across to you. If you try and make a compromise with her, or vice versa,
some mutual agreement.
Yeah. If someone
says to me, if you don't do that, it's over. I'll be like, it's over. It's silly.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. If you try and make a compromise with them, and then just like no.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be with that person, but.
I personally wouldn't want to move in with them.
True. Same.
So I think that's something I'd bring up at the start and be like, listen.
But then what do you mean by the start?
Once you
early on. That's
like,
what I was saying.
Once you go into a relationship, surely you'll be start thinking like, oh, so where do you want this to head? And you'll be like, oh, marriage. Oh, by the way, what do you think about living with the in-laws? And if they're like, yes, I'll be like, no.
Yeah. You see, with Albanians, everything is like amplified. In England, obviously the culture is just, you know, the couple do what they want.
Yeah.
But Albanians are judged so much, like that, because they know they're expected to follow this certain path. You know,
which is what?
Meet someone, like get married fairly quickly. They're pressured, very pressured. Like, the majority of Albanian, especially the girls, I think that's what I believe. The boys, I think, are more, you know, chilled out about it all. But the girls sort of feel like they have an expectation put onto them, you know.
Really? Still now?
Because they do.
Oh yeah, God yeah.
That person, you're like.
I'm in this. Girls have more pressure than boys, definitely in our community.
Yeah, Albanian mentality is still so far behind. It's so undeveloped.
So would you ever go with someone from back home?
Yeah, of course. But
wait, like,
what do you mean go with them?
Get married to someone from back home?
Of course. Yeah. To an Albanian girl?
No, like that. An Albanian
live back
girl
home.
That lives there right now.
Still, yeah. You just have to look. You just have to look into the family and that.
Yeah.
Oh.
They don't have to be from England.
You see, people think it's impossible, yeah, but it is possible to manipulate these mentalities 100%.
So you're looking to manipulate someone?
No, because that sounds bad.
You're a bad guy.
No. Okay, maybe manipulate was the wrong word, but I mean work with people slowly over time, yeah. Because people think, Albanian dads, they're just like a brick wall. But there is ways to like.
But the thing is, that is possible to eventually break it down and make you guys work. But that breaking it down is going to be very hard.
Oh god, yeah.
And it will cause a lot of problems.
Yes.
And you're going to be like, this ain't worth it.
It just depends how much you like that person.
But you just said depending on how much you like that person, you still say no. If they're giving you an ultimatum, you still say no.
That's different because that's not them getting in the way. That's a third party, such as their parent or.
So if their dad didn't agree with you, you'd still marry the girl.
You can drag on.
If she wanted to, yeah.
You can drag on.
But that's
who?
The dad.
girl. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
you're getting married to her daughter. His daughter.
If you're decent enough, there shouldn't be any problems.
Yeah.
What's he getting in?
That's the thing though.
I don't
Like other traditions, if a woman really loved a man,
Yeah.
sort of ignore what the parents are saying and do it regardless.
Really?
Yeah, obviously.
That's
but
what I would do.
in Albania, it's not like that because you won't be accepted by your own parents anymore.
But see, the thing is, if
You
there's a
would be-
reason why, like I know my parents, so if there was a reason why I didn't really like someone, it'd be a big deal. They wouldn't just not like someone not for the sake of it. But I think there are parents out there, they'll just be like, let's say if they're not Albanian, strictly no, then they'll chuck them out the house.
Yeah.
But then normally, or general time, what's the word? Majority of the time, people only say no because they see something that you probably don't see because you're so blinded by it. So they only say no for a reason.
True. However, the thing is with Albanians and other cultures similar to the Albanian culture is they take one little thing, right, it will go into a snowball into they're this, they're that, they're bad for this reason, that reason, and they just blow it completely out of proportion. They
Give an
take
example.
I don't know, let's say the boy or the girl makes a small mistake, right?
Yeah.
That small mistake could be
or has made a small mistake in the past.
Yeah.
People
Why
know
does
that.
this
They've done something stupid, something that they shouldn't have done.
They shouldn't have done it then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but everyone makes mistakes.
everyone makes
It depends.
forward.
It depends on the mistake. So we're talking about the parents, right? Then they'll take that little mistake and amplify it, right?
Yeah.
But it depends on what that mistake is. If it's a mistake like they've done something that isn't right, problem with
That's what a mistake
like mentality.
You can't judge on one
I think
thing
you can't
that
judge
someone's
people on
done
a
wrong.
mistake, but it depends on what the mistake is. It's
No,
it's
you
not the
can't.
actual mistake.
If it's
not,
like
it's not
cheating,
the context. It's
then,
behind.
then that's something different.
It's the bigger picture.
I don't know.
Yeah, the
I think
mindset behind it.
So it's not that you're going to repeat that mistake.
No.
You're going to repeat the same reactions.
See, if someone does something constantly and persistently and keeps making these sort of mistakes,
after telling them that
Yeah.
this is wrong, then it's a problem.
Second or
But-
third time.
then there's an
But
issue.
when you meet new people, they're not gonna match what you're looking for. So,
So you leave them.
no.
Cut.
So
we went-
playing Coco, sorry.
Let me speak. So we went off on a bit of a tangent there, guys, so we're going to switch the topic now. And the new topic is, so you've met someone online, right? You've been chatting. How long should you wait after having chatted to them before you meet them in person?
My thing is, there should be no time span there.
What do
I
you
think.
So as soon as someone says hi, you go, yeah, let's meet up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the first time?
Yeah.
I know, you can't meet someone first time, you chat to them obviously.
Nah.
How long for? How long
See-
for, do you reckon?
7 days.
What about when phones were never a thing? What then? You bump into someone, yeah?
Yeah, but then that time was different. So
But I think that's the most natural way of getting to know someone.
I agree, but the thing that I have in mind is anyone that pops up to you and you're giving them, obviously you're not going to give everyone the time of day, but that person that you do give the time of day, they're only presenting what they want you to see. So pictures or tweets, they only write
Yeah,
what they want to
exactly.
see. So they're presenting someone who is a fake person. Essentially,
Yeah.
so if you're giving them after a day meeting them, you don't know who the hell you're meeting. So for me, to break down this fakeness, you have to be speaking to them for a very long time, because after that time they're going to start revealing things you're like, oh, I don't like that about them. Speak to you over text for a long time, that's all it is. I put my phone down, I'm on with my life. Whereas if I'm actually meeting you, I'm going out, I'm spending my time, the limited time that I do have to meet you, and you ain't worth it. I ain't got time like that.
thing is though, some people are different on text to how they are in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Some
but this
people
is why
like
you
that.
phone call them. You do
No.
video calls so you can see their
Video,
facial
FaceTime,
expressions.
yeah.
So okay, the first few times I might be a bit fake and whatnot. If you're doing it over a time, that's what I'm saying, a long
Yeah,
period of time,
no,
the
2
true
weeks.
colours are gonna come out. 2 weeks!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But how long are you thinking? 10 years?
She's 4 months.
She said that to me. I was
Speak-
like,
What? Speak to
I
someone.
see what you're saying about time, right? It's
Yeah.
such a big factor. Like, you can't just meet everyone straight away that
Yeah.
you meet online, because you need 1,000 years of living to do that. But I just feel like meeting people in person, like straight up.
Why? Why do you want to give everyone that time of day?
Well, it
You
depends
could
on
meet
the
it's not. You're already
situation,
giving
though.
up time of day by texting them.
No,
so
to
you
me,
might
that's
as well
not
have a
wasting time.
face-to-face interaction with them, so you know who you're actually speaking to, and you can see their mannerisms more clearly.
For them to meet me is a big deal. So I'm not going to give everyone the option to meet me.
You see, that's another
It's a
thing.
big deal
though.
for you, but for someone like us.
Yeah, but the thing is as well, in the Albanian community, if a boy met you, if you met an Albanian boy, it's like, oh yeah, I used to link her, I used to meet her, so I don't want that going around kind of thing. Okay, this is the thing why I also don't meet them and why I say to for a very long time. When you meet someone or you start speaking to them, it's that kind of lust that you're attracted to, because you don't know them, so it's that excitement. So all you're going on is excitement. So if you now give it some time,
Yeah, this is
if
like
you give them some time, either if you meet them,
though.
that's what I'm saying, in person or in text, it's the same thing. This is what I'm trying to get over. So if you speak to them, after these couple of months speaking, the excitement might be gone, and you might realise that, oh, we're actually just better off as friends.
Yeah.
So if then after 4 months, people say that you fall in love after 4 months of being with someone.
I chatted to them on Instagram or Snapchat.
Yeah.
So
I need to meet them.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that if they're really interested in you, they will speak to you no matter how long
Yeah,
it's
but there needs to be a
meet you.
physical
Yeah,
attraction
exactly.
there.
The thing is,
Personal.
the thing is, would you not rather spend this 4 months, right, seeing this
No.
person in person,
Yeah.
face to face?
I want to get over this phase. So if after 4 months you're still interested, it means that there's something actually there, because to spend 4 months speaking to someone without even meeting them, that's quite a
because
big
people
deal.
are different on text. You've got to
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You video call them, so that video call, although you're not in person,
Yeah,
you're
but
seeing their
still,
body
you can be
language, you're
video
hearing their
calling
voice, their
them.
facial expressions,
No.
so you see quite a lot.
No,
Okay, the first few
no.
times they can fake it, but after a while you start to see them for who they really are.
Not like you can with face to face.
Physical,
Yeah, exactly.
you can't feel that aura. Things
You
like
feel
that.
that's
Yeah.
what-
Yeah, but after 4
Yeah.
months, if you're losing energy in me, then it was never worth it. So why should I give?
You're
Okay, let's say
talking on Snapchat. I'd get
Yeah,
bored after
you
speaking
still
to a
give-
girl for 4 months. I'm like, fuck.
There's a stage for everything. So first I want to get to know you, know what you like, what you dislike, and all these things about you, and then
And
if
that
you're
takes
still
Yeah,
time.
but then why wait all
it
of that
takes a
time
while
to develop more
because then
feelings?
in those 4 months I don't develop feelings like that either. So
Okay, well,
You're not
and-
going to
and-
develop feelings chatting on Instagram. or
Exactly, I
Snapchat.
don't
You're not
know.
going to.
You'd be
I wouldn't.
surprised. No, you'd be surprised though.
some people
That's
do. These are fake feelings because it's just excitement that you're attracted to.
Yeah.
So let the excitement die down, and if we're still interested, then there's actually something there. It's more than just that lust. It's actually, oh, I actually like
Yeah,
you.
but
That's what I'm trying to get over with. Whereas if you meet them in person, things move way quicker, and you're still attracted to this lust. And when the blinds fall down or when the curtains open, you're like, oh shit, this person isn't the person
Yeah, but
I
then
want.
that would be
That
the
excitement's
same
gone.
text.
I wasted
Meeting
all
them-
these 4 months, maybe going all these places, amazing places with them. So now you're just like, oh, it's kind of a bit hard to let go of them because we've shared so many memories, and you feel like you're more attracted to the memories rather than the person. Whereas if you
Yeah,
haven't
but
really
that
got memories
comes with
together,
life.
you're now attracted to the person they portray. So you're like, oh, I want to get to know you on a different level. The next stage. So now this is the next stage where you get to know them, how they interact with other people, and how they actually are in front of you.
that initial stage. I think as much of it as possible should be in person.
Yeah, same.
Over message
Same.
and Snapchat.
I
I just think that if
I
you
just-
meet in person, you're just controlled by your feelings. And you're
No.
controlled by the excitement mainly. So you're wearing like rose tinted glasses. It's just excitement. It's like, oh, this person seems like you're not actually looking at the person that they are. It's just the person they're portraying.
But you're like that as well. You know what? I see some people, yeah, they'll be getting texts from, you know, the person they're speaking to, you know, whether they're a boy or a girl, and I swear to God, they'll get the phone out and they'll be like this. And you'll be like, calling them like, listen, they'll be like this. What? Like they'll be so, like, when that notification goes off, they are stuck in their phone. They are that excited for that text off that person. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, and you're saying, oh, there's excitement, this and that, but you even get that excitement over over message. You've never
Yeah,
met
but
this
you can
person
control
before.
it more. Like just because it's a text, then when you put it down, the feeling's gone, kind of thing. It's
No.
not gone, but like you think more. Whereas in person, you think less and you feel more. They go through stuff in that time. Let's say 4 months again. In 4 months, something would have happened in their life. They might have had a bad day or something. So you start to see how they react to different things because they're going to speak to you about these things. Oh, I've had a bad day. All these things. Oh, this happened or this happened. So you start to see these things and be like, oh, the way she reacts to that, what she told me is not what I like.
What if your future man hasn't got social media or he doesn't use social media? How are you going to get to know him?
Yeah.
So if I met him outside of social media, we'd exchange numbers. You speak on text, and we keep it strictly text.
The time that it takes for someone to reply to you, for example, would that affect whether or not you wanted to speak to that person?
I think it would bother me, like for a second, but then I'd realise I'd be like, yeah, people are busy. But if you just came back and you were just like, you didn't explain, I'd be a bit like, But if they told me, because normally polite people, I'd be like, oh sorry, I've been really busy at work. And then you start to understand the pattern that these are the times that they text because of this reason, and you'd be like, cool.
What people do is they will receive a text, let's say it's on Instagram or Snapchat, so it will show up as seen, obviously if you open it. But they like on Snapchat, you know, you can do the swipe thing, where you swipe but you don't open it. So
I don't know how to do that.
It's like you swipe.
Are you joking?
It's like you swipe until your finger reaches the end of the screen.
That's so snaky.
You see the message.
You've seen the message show up on your phone. You've acknowledged it. People want to stall the conversation.
I don't think that's technically a bad thing. Let's say you ask me a question, what's your opinion on this? Oh, it's nice. Right now I can only give you that reply, whereas if I reply later, I can give you a full in-depth thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of good because I can give you, now I'm going to do reply, I can give you my proper attention. So to sum up, I think that there should be a certain time before you meet someone.
A month.
Joe says 4-month waiting list.
Yeah. I think you need to establish a certain level of knowledge of that person before you meet them. To avoid wasting your time, to avoid wasting their time, to avoid putting something effort into something that would never be. A lot of people, when they start speaking to someone, or like of the opposite sex, they automatically think, oh, this could be something. They start speaking to them for a reason. Rather than being like, I'm going to speak to you like a person, they're speaking to them because you're a boy or because you're a girl. Exactly. So I think that's very bad. So I think you need to establish that first, what this could be, before you jump to the next stage. So the only way you can establish that is by speaking, because if you meet in person, you're kind of excited by it and you're kind of lost, like, I don't know if this is attraction to you as a friend or attraction to you as a relationship, and you get caught up in the moment, and then once the dust settles, you're like, yeah, I just see you as a friend, and you've just kind of ruined a friendship.
What if they tell you their intention? After
That doesn't mean...
After like a week? Will you acknowledge it at all, or will you just...
What do you mean by their intention? Oh, listen, I'm looking to get married.
No, but if they say they like you, for example, will you acknowledge that, or will you just...
How can you like me over a week?
If they say that?
I would say that. How can you like me over a week? What do you like about me? You don't even know me.
Yeah.
And that would, to me, would be a warning sign.
Yeah.
Because they're getting head over heels straight away.
Yeah,
that means they think with their feelings, and then those feelings will die quickly.
Yeah, and then they'll move on. No, they can just get another girl.
So I would just think they're just saying that. If it's genuine that they mean that, then okay, cool. Let's speak for a longer time. You still ain't gonna meet me, and then see if you're telling me this 3 months down the line.
Yeah, no.
We've decided we're gonna create a new channel called ALBChat.
On this channel, ALBChat, we are going to be creating a variety of videos